What's good, B1 family? It's a wonderful Monday morning. It's a little dreary out. Got the rain, but it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Real quick, sometimes B1 family folk be worried about us that aren't out of the lineage, and they got a whole mess of things going on that's probably more important than worrying about what's going on in our yard.
Faison Love is living a hard life. His royalty checks from Elf are generally over $10,000, but that's what he lives on for the entire year. His car is from 1999, and he's had to live in it for a month at a time. Here he is in court today as he faced charges of contempt. He sat in a wheelchair as he explained to a judge that he has so little income, there's no way to pay child support to a woman who lives in Tampa. The judge sentenced him to time already served, which in this case is 16 days. Now he must file the appropriate paperwork to avoid being charged again. He owes $250,000 in child support payments, but he told the judge that he's gone his entire years without making any income. Entire years. He was even supposed to work on a movie this week, but could not because he was in jail.
And they're painting him as a complete villain, and I don't think that's necessarily the case. I mean, in this situation, he's in a bad situation. He's in a bad spot. I mean, you heard the testimony. He was homeless. He lived in his car. That's how the mighty have fallen, you know. So I think he wants to act. He wants to write. He has contacts in the business, and hopefully he's able to get more gigs.
Lawyer expects him to go back to California to live with his friend who pays all of his bills. Now they're going to have to go through and report all of his income and file the paperwork that a previous attorney apparently neglected. If he does not submit his paperwork, he would face another jail sentence. The hope now is that acting will once again pay the bills for him and his children. And Haley, it was devastating to see him say today that he was shocked that it was getting media coverage, and he was definitely disappointed about all the attention this has gotten.
His last movie of notoriety was Elf. His baby mama running his pockets saying he can't make payments, whoop de whoop. And at one point in time, he had a lot to say about what we had going on. It's like he was worried about the wrong thing. But I know we're worried about the right thing. See, we're keeping up this thing called delineation. It's super important, very important. How important is it? Well, you know, this brother had to explain what's been going on. And we've been seeing it, and we've been knowing it. But until the last 4 or 5 years, we didn't have a mechanism we could think of to begin to reverse it.
800,000 illegal immigrants live in Houston. They've taken over all the black neighborhoods. There are no more black neighborhoods in Houston. Third Ward, Acres Home, Sunnyside, South Park, Cashmere Gardens, Brentwood, you name it. It's gone. All the high schools, there were predominantly African-American high schools, they're gone. They don't exist anymore. The University of Houston, we had a significant number of kids back in the day that went to the University of Houston. It's gone. Gone. You can win. Washington, D.C., Southeast D.C. is gone. Oxon Hill in Maryland, in Prince George's County, Maryland, Oxon Hill, gone. Harlem, New York, gone. Quarter of Chicago, gone. Pickett City, Pickett Town, you know, Baton Rouge, New Orleans. Black communities are disappearing all over this nation, and we are under attack. And it's not by happenstance or accident, right? You are being replaced in the job market, right? You're being replaced as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. You got.
Because see, yeah, these tethers, they come to where we are and they start basically helping the supremacists push us out. Because they get grants and they get loans. Think about it. For those of you who were around in the 90s, in the 90s, when Latinos would come over in large groups and there'd be 4 or 5 of them, remember when they all used to get big trucks? All of them had brand new big trucks, Silverados, F-150s, mainly Silverados, because they was really, you know, Chevys was a thing. And you were like, dang, all of them, they worked that hard, all of them getting brand new trucks. They be 18, 19, 20 years old with a brand new 2500 Silverado. You're like, how? And here we are learning in the 2020s that they were set them up, the banks, and say, hey, look, give them low interest loans or no interest loans. So when you are put in that situation, yeah, you can leapfrog over here. It looks like you're doing your big one, but you're not. Because somewhere, that money got to get made up somewhere, right? Can you say tax dollars? However, delineation has made it much easier to call these folk out and see who they are and leave them out there on the island by themselves. Pun intended.
I'm not banning shit.
With my bestie, like everything fun. Thank God. With my
Baby, they coming for me in the comments on my last video, all because I posted that I went to the nail shop and that I'm not boycotting my nail shop. Like, the fuck? First of all, I've been going to this nail shop since I was 19. Bitch, I'm in my mid-30s. Second of all, my nail shop has done nothing but show me but love and support through every breakup, every move that I had. Hell, they know all my family members, my nieces and nephews go there. You're mad because I chose to still go to my nail shop with people that I love and that I respect. Something is wrong with you. You more mad because I
Check this out.
Okay.
Let me see if this was worth $34.
What you got for $34?
The oxtails.
I knew she was over there because she didn't come right back. It don't take that long time to grab a beef patty.
They were out of beef patties.
Girl. Ooh, look at them oxtails now. Them oxtails do look good, girl.
Let me see if this was. Has anybody figured this out? Megan Thee Stallion done got cheated on, y'all. Y'all, this is exactly why I stopped eating that fucking junk. Y'all, check on y'all friends with luxury cars.
Like you said, in Texas, spontaneous traveler, and foodie in Texas. Pretty sure she's in Houston. And she big as shit. Talking about, yeah, I'm going away. Okay, cool. Y'all, is she Haitian or she ain't got a name for sure. Is she African or is she Haitian? I'm thinking probably more Haitian than anything. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Yeah, I'm thinking she Haitian, looking big ass face. Haitian for sure. But it makes it easier for us to call these people out and see who they are and know how to move. Because think about it, there was a time where they would be in the mix, and they would stay in the mix, and they come to muddy up what's going on, and we're like, yo, we're trying to get something popping. Who's shorty? Who's dude? Over here doing, you know what I'm saying, they off code. What the hell going on? And what that would do was that would dissipate the energy because you get some black folk, man, maybe they right, man. Maybe we a little too turned up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we handling this the wrong way. We need to go back and do it a different way. Then the momentum we had would just disappear and nothing would change. Now that we delineated, we're like, oh yeah, we know you're tethering. We just don't know where you're tethering from. That's really what it is now. We know you're tethered, we just don't know where you're tethering from. And B1 family, I know you guys have been seeing the video, what's going on with Carmelo and how it's showing that, yeah, he got punched on. It's a whole setup. See, that Eddie Power dude, boy, we knew. See, I knew someone right. I just knew someone right. But I didn't know him. I didn't know him like that. I really didn't know him. Oh, really? Really, Eddie? Why are you lying, Eddie? Do we need to throw it back? Eddie, you were lying, Eddie. You were lying. You lied the whole time, Eddie. You didn't know him, but you doing kissy faces? Pictures and stuff like that? Campfires, bonfires with the family? Y'all just big kicking it, but you don't know Buddy. Okay. Oh, guitar session, jam sessions. But you didn't know him. B1 family. Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. See, they did what they did because it was like, we gotta get him. We gotta get somebody, right? Judge Roach wants to retire at the end of the year. Eddie lying, all these people lying. Everybody railroading this kid. He goes from being sentenced to being put in Terry County Department of Justice in like less than 24 hours. We have never seen that. High tech lynching. They put in a video out like, oh man, and you know, these step and fetch Negroes. I believe he did it. Yeah, he wasn't innocent. Black folk saying, we think the grainy video was gonna stop something, huh? You thought it was gonna stop something? It ain't stopping nothing.
Y'all, we have Austin Metcalf, his brother, and a friend entering the stadium at this track meet. It's raining and it's wet. So we're watching them enter the stadium. Uh, for that track meet, a big part of it was it raining or not? And we can clearly see it is raining. It is very wet. And people have umbrellas out, which lets you know that it is raining. So the big part of it was, what was he doing in the people's tent? Well, he was getting out of the rain, as we can clearly see that it is raining and it is very wet. So this is going to take a minute for these student athletes to reach the tent where they're going. And we clearly see Austin and his brother walking to, and some other student athletes walking to the tent, whichever tent they're going to. Now we see Carmelo enter the stadium and it is still raining and he's walking to go to a tent. And so now we see Carmelo enter this tent and he's sitting at the back of the tent. He's sitting at the back, not bothering anybody, not speaking to anybody. He's back there by himself. And now we're going to see Hunter Austin get up out of his seat and move right next to Carmelo. This is very big because nobody's bothering Carmelo. Austin got out of his seat where he was sitting and went back to confront Carmelo. So Austin here is the aggressor because he didn't have to go back there and sit beside him. He was the agitator in all of this. And now we're going to see uh, what ensues. And we see 3 minutes later, there's a push here, right? So that is Austin Metcalf get out of his seat the second time and put his hands on Carmelo. Now, he doesn't have authority. He is the aggressor here. He is the perpetrator here. He is not the victim. He got out of his seat the first time to move back there where Carmelo was sitting. And then he sat back there for 3 minutes. And then he gets up and he puts his hand on this man. This is justified self-defense. It is what it is. You cannot forcibly move somebody out of their space because you don't want them there. That's not how this works. So we see everything happens, and then we see Carmelo run off. And so we just can't put our hands on anyone like that. You are the aggressor. You move to where he's sitting. You talk, you exchange. He tells you don't.
And let the lesson be, keep your hands to yourself. I don't know any FBA parent, that ain't a step and fetch a Sambo type Negro or Negress that seen everything happening and it was like, oh, you just have to take a beating and be in good trouble. Nah, I told my babies, and I'm pretty sure if you're following me, if you're a subscriber to this channel, you told your babies, you make it home. FBA all day and be one.